Hello, hello. What's up, everybody? How we doing this evening, or wherever you're calling from in the world? Super excited to be here. It's a pleasure to have all of you on this call. My name's Eric Castellano, and I am the founder and CEO of Amazon Lit. And what I do is I help people build profitable Amazon businesses. So this is on picture day. This is me and my business partner, Sebastian. And I've known that guy for 20 years. We've built multiple businesses together, and we've been doing this Amazon thing for about a decade. So definitely qualified to be here, and we're excited to provide you a ton of information. All right. So for anybody who doesn't know what Amazon Wholesale is, that's going to be the focus of this webinar, is Amazon Wholesale, right? There's a lot of different methods of selling on Amazon, but what made me a lot of money and has made me successful is Amazon Wholesale. So that's what we're going to be covering today. And as simple as you can put it, Amazon Wholesale is when you buy products from a manufacturer, distributor, or brand, right? And you get them shipped to your home or directly to Amazon, and then Amazon ships them to the customer. So you're buying them in bulk, right? It's so simple. So if anybody's doing wholesale already, put wholesale in the chat so I kind of know if you're already doing some wholesale or if you're joining this because you want to get started doing wholesale. Either way, you came to the right place. This is exactly where you want to be. And this is a meme I think was hilarious when I saw it. But that's day one of your FBA journey. Super showered up. You got a coffee in your hand. You ate some breakfast. You maybe worked out, hit the gym, did some stretches. And then day 60 of your Amazon journey, you're going to be slamming 2 cans of Red Bull or Monster. You're going to be running on a little bit of sleep, and you're going to be kind of stressed out, So, but my goal is to solve that for you. So on day 60, you don't look like that anymore, because I've looked like that on a lot of days in my journey, and I don't want you to have to look like Nick Cage. So these are 3 secrets we're going to cover on this call. Secret 1 is the wholesale advantage. And I'm going to show you how to use the wholesale model to transform a small scale venture into a multi-million-dollar business success story. And after that, I want to make it very clear that you can 100% replicate our process and be successful. And then we're going to dive into secret 2, which is the wholesale replication blueprint. How to replicate our exact methods with product research, supplier outreach, and negotiating discounts, so you don't have to figure out for yourself. You can literally replicate what works because we're doing it today. And after I do that, I know that many of you still will wonder if the market is too saturated, or what about ungating, or is it really possible to do this when you're starting alone or don't have a business partner like you and Sebastian? And I'm going to smash all those internal and external beliefs for you, right? And I'm going to show you how to conquer those external beliefs and take action, because we're going to cover market saturation, we're going to cover ungating, and we're going to cover team dynamics. And you're going to know exactly the step-by-step way to do it. And in just a couple minutes from here, I'm literally going to dive into a screen share. I'm going to pop into Google, and we're going to find some suppliers together, right? We'll find 2 or 3 suppliers together, so you have the resources to do this on your own. Ian said you should start from secret number 3. That's hilarious. So secret number 1, the wholesale advantage. How to use the wholesale model to transform a small scale venture into a multi-million-dollar Amazon success story, right? And the first thing you need to understand for this process to work is the concept I learned from Tony Robbins. If you want to achieve success, all you need to do is find a person who's already found success and model what they've done. It's that simple. Unfortunately, when we started, the resources that exist today were just not available to us. So we had to learn through trial and error, which is very expensive in this business, but it led us to this point. So I do not regret it, but I'm letting you know that you don't have to do the same. You don't have to make the same mistakes we did. We have learned every single avenue of this business, and you can model our process and succeed, guaranteed. Right? You just have to take action and put in the work. So this is framework 1 for secret number 1. This is the wholesale mastery blueprint, from foundation to growth, right? We're going to cover the foundation and setup, supplier relations, product strategy and operations, logistics and pricing, and then growth and operation, right? And for each secret, there's a framework that serves as an overview of the strategies I'm going to teach you. So this is where you should be taking notes, 100%, all right? So back to my aha moment. Mine and Sebastian's aha moment. I shared this slide earlier where we first got the 10 pallets of quinoa, and we sent them to Amazon, and we sold all of them in 40 days. And we made more money than we ever made on Amazon for the first year and a half in a single, month time frame. And it was amazing. We're like, this is so cool. We got to do more of this, right? And this is essentially a lot of what we're going to cover on this webinar, right? We're going to cover business setup and software, suppliers, catalog, product research, purchase orders, and then the process of repeating it over and over and over again until you scale out your business. The goal on this webinar is, if you're brand new, to get you to $16,000 a month. Because at $16,000 a month in sales, you're able to make a few $1,000s in profit, which can potentially change your life, right? And you just got to follow the path. I don't want you to get overwhelmed by these strategies, but rather understand that they're in a very specific pathway to success that you can replicate. It's literally that simple. Just take what we're showing you and do it for yourself. All right. So step number one, you got to establish a business. If you're brand new to this is where you're going to thrive. So get your pen out. You got to establish a business. Choose the right business structure, S Corp, C Corp, LLC, and then set up your seller account, right? I suggest an LLC, limited liability company. It gives you some protection. It separates your business expenses and personal expenses, and it's the easiest route. So I always suggest start with an LLC. Get the progress going in your business. And then if you start making a lot of money and you want to switch over to C Corp or an S Corp, you absolutely can. And then most importantly, you have to equip yourself. You got to understand the essential software and tools you need for scaling. And we're going to cover a lot of those in this call today. All right? And then you got to source profitable suppliers. The same way you go to those retail stores or those retail websites and you're using all those softwares to figure out what's profitable. Now you're going to do that just on a larger scale. And I'm going to show you the secrets to finding reliable and profitable suppliers right in this phone call for you. And then you got to build relationships with those suppliers, because long, effective relationships are really what are going to allow you to request discounts and get better pricing on your inventory to make more profit, which is going to truly revolutionize your life. And then you got to master product research. And like I said, this may seem like a long step process, but we're going to break it down for you. We're going to break it down very simply for you. So don't get caught up in the details. Don't get overwhelmed in the details. It's so simple. Don't overcomplicate it. We're going to show you how to do some product research right on this call right here. And then you simply, after you create the account with the supplier, you do the product research, then you simply create a purchase order and buy the inventory from the supplier. And while you're doing that, you're negotiating discounts with the supplier and trying to get the best pricing possible. Best pricing possible. And the slides will not be available in the for everybody asking in the chat, but the recording of this will be available. And then essentially you finalize the invoice, make any removals or increases and decreases to the products that you're purchasing based on the final pricing that the supplier came back to you with. And you ensure that you're handling the invoice properly and that you're really building this relationship. And then next step number 9, is you get the products to Amazon. And there's really 4 methods to do that. And some of you may be using these methods already, and some of you may be wondering, well, Eric, how do I get these products to Amazon? And there's 4 simple ways. 1, use a prep center, an intermediate warehouse that preps the product for you and sends it to Amazon. 2, you can use supplier prep. Some of the suppliers actually offer in-house prep. So I know a lot of you want to be hands-off in this business, and that's okay, right? This Amazon, you can be hands-off as far as handling the products, but there needs to be a time commitment. Those YouTube ads you see, Amazon's super passive income. I work 3 hours this week. I'm here to tell you that is not something that's going to happen on this call, but I promise you that you can build a successful business if you're willing to allocate 10, 20, 30 hours a week to this. You can scale this thing to pretty large numbers. The 3rd way is Amazon prep. Amazon offers prep services. And the 4th way is you prep, where essentially you ship these products to your house, same way if you were buying them from Marshalls or Walmart, and you prep this inventory and send it off to Amazon. All right. In step 10, price management. You got to make sure once it's in Amazon that it's being priced accordingly, because you want to win that magical buy box. The key to success on Amazon is getting in that buy box. So you want to make sure your prices are competitive, and then you simply rinse, wash, and repeat this process. And like I said, don't get overwhelmed with the 12 steps that are here because it's a very simple process, and we're going to show you how to do that. And then step 12 is simply optimization, and that's the stage that I'm at in my company, me and Sebastian, right? We're optimizing our business because business is booming. And now we need to kind of further understand the fundamentals, hire employees, optimize our workspace. You see how all these products here behind me are very organized. They got locations, and over here you can't see, but they're all in their specific zones, and they've been counted already for discrepancy reports. Like, all of this didn't happen overnight. We built systems in order to achieve these results, and you can achieve these results as well. You just have to be willing to take action. So here you are, faced with this decision. Option number one, all right, continue going to the retail stores and doing the grind and the hustle and going from this store to that store and shopping this retail site for this retail site. Or option number two, implementing wholesale into your business and building a business much quicker, much efficiently, and much more profitably. All right. Who here believes that they can execute on what I'm teaching you here today? Put a yes in the chat. Put a yes in the chat if you think what I'm showing you here today, you can take and implement into your current business or your new business and execute on these strategies to achieve success. Put a yes in the chat. All right. All right. So the FBA wholesale business model is unquestionably has the power to build a highly profitable and sustainable business. Just look at this place behind me. Just look at this place behind me. It's available to you as well. I'm no different than you. I'm the exact same person. I worked a million jobs before I found Amazon. I went to college. I slept on couches. I lived out of my car. I had absolutely nothing going for me. I was struggling to put any money in my pocket, let alone put food on the table for myself. And I found a way out. And that way out for me was Amazon Wholesale. And I see all of you putting yes in the chat. And that is getting me so excited. I'm super happy for you that you not only see the value in this webinar, but you also, most importantly, believe that you can do it too. Because that's 90% of the battle, believing that you can achieve the same success that I've achieved and that thousands of other people I've helped achieve. All right, so secret number two, this is the wholesale replication blueprint. And we show you how to replicate our exact methods with product research, supplier outreach, and negotiating discounts. It couldn't be any simpler, right? And product research is not stressful at all, says George, who's 21 years old, right? There's no stress involved with product research, but George, who's 21, looks like he's 70. So, you know, you can learn the hard way and stress like George, or we could show you the easy way, and you can make your life much, much simpler by using our proven frameworks that work consistently. And this is the second framework. What I'm going to show you, I'm going to teach you how to replicate our exact methods and negotiate discounts and build these supplier relationships and give you the wholesale mastery blueprint. It's literally that simple. So this is what it used to look like for us, right? We'd take this little minivan, we'd go from the house to BJ's, we'd write all these products on a piece of paper, we'd write the name, the UPC, the price we're getting at, we'd go back home, do product research, take the van back to BJ's, buy all that inventory, and then take the inventory back to the house, and then get back in the van or load up the van, get back in the van, and take it all to the post office. And we repeat this process multiple times a day, which I'm sure a lot of you are doing. All right. And these are 8 different methods. Make sure you write these down. I'll stay on this slide. For a couple minutes or a couple seconds. Make sure you write these down. These are the 8 best methods for finding suppliers, right? So first you got Google search, which we're actually going to cover in a couple minutes live right here for you. And we're going to find 2 or 3 vendors together as a team. Right? Because teamwork makes the dream work. Next is retail stores. A lot of you are shopping at retail stores. You can actually turn those retail relationships into wholesale relationships. That guy who's at Costco right now, I forgot his name. Maybe it was John. John, if you're still here, go talk to the manager. Ask the manager that you purchase a lot of inventory. Tell him, hey, I purchase a lot of inventory from your store on a daily basis. I'd love to really streamline this process and get a catalog. Is that an option? Can I get a catalog from you? You got any extra pallets in the back you're trying to get rid of? I want to help save you time so you don't have to come loading up the shelves with inventory every day, paying employees to do that. I'll come with a truck and I'll buy it right from your back. You don't even got to put it on the floor anymore. That sounds like a deal to me. Trade shows. Anybody ever been to a trade show? I go to probably 15 trade shows a year. Trade shows are a huge integral part of our business. And it's very simple. Whatever city you live in, Google the local convention center and check out some trade shows. They probably got pet shows, beauty shows, grocery shows, electronic shows, apparel shows. They got a show for everything at your local convention center, especially if you live in a big city. You know, Chicago, Miami, New York, St. Louis, Los Angeles, San Diego, all those major cities, or even if you're overseas, you're in Munich. I can't think of any cities overseas. Paris, you're in any of those cities overseas, they got trade shows as well. So hit those trade shows up. Yep, UK as well. ASD is great in Las Vegas. Absolutely, Zaffi Group in the chat, right? So, and then you got freestyling, right? And freestyling is essentially, if you have an industrial area in your neighborhood, print out some business cards, go start knocking on doors, put that legwork in. And then you could also look for vendors on LinkedIn and Monster and Indeed. You could reverse engineer products, where essentially you take a product and you say this is a very well-selling product, this Avalon Organics. It sells well on Amazon. And you're like, wow, I really want to source this product. So you call up the manufacturer on the back, which it will say, it says manufactured by the Hanes Celestial Group. So you call them up and you say, hey, Hanes Celestial Group, what companies do you distribute with? And they'll give you a bunch of distributors that they're currently working with. And just from that one phone call of calling the manufacturer that's literally printed on this box, you can find a list of 4 to 10 suppliers just from that one phone call, right? And then trucks on the road. You know, we're all driving around or taking buses or walking. I know I took a bus to work for 4 or 5 years until I was able to afford a car. And all the time you see 18-wheeler trucks on the road or small box trucks with literally logos on the side of them. Write those down. Research them when you get home. Take a picture. Research it when you get home. There's huge opportunity there. Huge opportunity. And these are the 5 steps for supplier research. So, and this is what I recommend all of you do immediately after this call. Search for distributors and wholesalers, create the list, which we're actually going to show you on this call. And then you want to find at the minimum 30 to 50 a week, which isn't a huge accomplishment or isn't a huge feat. It'll probably take you maybe 3 to 5 hours to find 30 to 50 suppliers. Right? Figure 10 suppliers an hour, very reasonable. You could probably even do more. And then you want to document that info in an Excel file so it's organized. And then you want to reach out to all of them in one day, right? And the way I do it, here's a pro tip. I separate the 2nd step and the 4th step on this slide, right? So all in the same day, I want to research those suppliers and create that list. And then the 4th step, all in the same day, I want to call them. Because if you're finding one, calling them, finding one, calling them, finding one, calling them, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, that's not very efficient. Right? And that's something I had to learn the hard way because I did it myself for years. I don't want you to have to waste time doing that. Find them all in one day, contact them all the next day. All right? So let's find a supplier. We're going to do this live right now. So let me share my screen real quick, and we're going to find a supplier together. All right? Everybody ready for that? You ready to find some suppliers together here? Because I'm super excited. I'm ready to find some suppliers. What we're going to do is a simple Google search, right? So let's do, the way I like to do Google search is keyword researches. So you take a category on Amazon, whether it's health and beauty, personal care, baby, toys, grocery. You add a keyword after it, whether it's wholesaler, supplier, distributor, manufacturer, and then you put a city. Preferably the city that you're located in, right? It's easier to build relationships in centrally located areas to you because you could drive by and meet those people in person, right? And then you branch out. So let's say the first search we're going to do is a grocery company or grocery distributors in Los Angeles. So let's just say you live in Los Angeles. So we're going to do grocery distributor Los Angeles. Los Angeles. So we did this search real quick, and now we're not going to use the Google results. What I encourage you all to do is switch over to Maps, right? You're going to switch over to Maps. That's the name of the game, because now you're going to have all these companies here that you're visually going to be able to see what they are. And let's see, this one I could see a little warehouse here, so that's cool. Let's open that in a new tab. Let's see what else we got here. Let's do this one. And now I'm just popping up random companies over here and kind of seeing what the game is for companies we could kind of reach out to and connect with. So let's try this one. And then let's try this one. All right, so now we just popped open 4 tabs here, and we're going to see if they have a website. Now, this company does not have a website, but we're going to click on a picture, and you can see on their building that they have some companies that they distribute for. And it looks like they have Dolce's Vero, they got Frito-Lay, Sabritas, Pepsi, Sprite, 7-Up. So they already have brand name products, right? And what you're looking for when you pop open these listings on Google is companies that sell. Basically, the best way to think about it is anything you would see when you walk into a Rite Aid, a CVS, a Walgreens, brand name products, right? Products that you're familiar with, products that you probably are currently using in your home already. So when I see something like this, they got Frito-Lay, Sabritas, which I know is a huge ethnic product, which is amazing. They have some soda companies. They probably carry a lot of other products. So this is a company that I'm going to want to connect with, right? So what I would simply do is we have this template here, right? And this template documents all the information. So you got the company name, the contact phone number, the email. Because remember, right now we're just putting this information together, right? We're not contacting these companies yet. We're just gathering a list of companies that we can compile and then reach out to tomorrow. So, and the goal is to find 30 or 50 of them. So we got this first company here. So I would simply take this information. I'd copy their phone number, right, which I'm not going to do it here because we're pressed for time, but I'd copy their phone number, I'd take their name, I'd take their address, and I'd add it all over here. And now, boom, all that company information is documented, and I got it all right here for me, right? And now we're going to slide to the next vendor. We just found one, right? We don't know if they have profitable products. We don't know if they'll open our account yet, but you found one. That's the name of the game. So we got this other one here. Looks like they do not have a website. So we'll click on the image here. I could see some products outside. Let's see if we can get a better view of anything. All right, we got 4 guys, grocery wholesale. It says on the sign, we got 4 guys moving products around. I can't really tell what those products are looking at them, but they got pallets of stuff out here, right? So this is definitely a company I want to connect with as well. They literally got inventory sitting outside right here. Right, so they're moving a lot of products at this place. So this is another one I want to add to my list. I want to connect with them. Right, I want to send them an email. So I'd take their phone number, I'd take their location, their address, the name of their company, and I add them to this list. Right, so now you got 2 suppliers on this list. And then we go to the next one. What do we got? Wholesale foods. Let's try this. This is a Wix site. All right, so they're the first company that we looked at that actually had a website. The other 2 companies did not have a website, and that's okay. Some of the best wholesalers we've done business with did not have websites. It's not a deal breaker if they don't have a website. You should still contact them to inquire about opening up an account, right? So we got Wholesale Food LA offering some of the LA's best food deals. So what's that? Some Fabuloso. They got some Coca-Cola. They got some drinks here. They got some, what is that? Some rice maybe. So they got some products here. Let's see if they got a product directory or anything. But really, this is enough for me. I've seen they got some products. I want to contact them. And here they have an inquire contact on their website. So while I'm on this website, you'd simply fill out this information and inquire to open an account. And then you would take all that information and you'd put it into your document, right? So now we just found 3 potential suppliers we can open accounts with. So it's so straightforward and simple, right? And now we got best grocery wholesale. So let's see, this place doesn't have a website either. So let's click on this photo here. Looks like they got pallets of some products. Let's see the outside. They got some more products. Right, so if they got a warehouse with products, they got some more stuff. It looks like they got a little setup. So once again, this is another company I want to reach out to. Right, everything at a first glance makes sense. I see brand name products. They got Takis, they got Cheetos, they got Ruffles. These are all products that I've sold in the past. And if you look some of these up on Amazon, you'll see they're selling well. So this is another company that I want to add to this list to reach out to. All right, and we're going to do one more search together here, but I think you understand the point, right? My goal here is to just show you really how simple this is. And this is the first step of the process, is finding these suppliers. And then the people who stay to the end are going to get the list of contacts and emails that we use to send to these suppliers to open up the wholesale accounts, right? So the next search we're going to do, let's try a different city. Let's do toy distributors. Let's do Miami. Miami for all my down south folks. Let's do over there in Miami, and let's see, where are we? We're still, it looks like we're still in LA. I don't know why we're still in LA. Let's do this. Let's go back here. I don't know why we're still in LA. I want to get to Miami. I don't want to be in LA. All right, once again, we're not going to use the Google search. We're going to switch to maps. All right, so, all right, let's just pop some of these open here. We got Toy Factory. Let's see, Better Toys. Right, and you can see where you're hovering over them, where they are on the map as well, which is pretty cool. All right, so it's like the easiest thing to do is find these companies. Did we open this one already? Did we open? Yeah, we opened Toy World. All right, we'll start with these two. Right, obviously you could open them all, but like I said, we're pressed for time, so I'm not going to take too much time. I just want to show you the infrastructure of really how simple this is. All right, so now we got Toy World Incorporated. Let's see, they do have a website, so we're going to pop open that website. And once again, what are we looking for, everybody? What are we looking for? We're looking for brand name products. So let's see if they have let's see, they got a brand. So let's see. Let's click the brands. Let's see where that takes us. Why is it not taking me anywhere? I don't recognize any of these brands. This one might be a no-go. This seems like low-end party supplies, balloons, party supplies, toys and crafts. I don't know if this is the one for us. Let's go back to this home screen, see if we can see any brand names that kind of catch our eyes. See, I would pass on this one. This just looks like Chinese manufactured private label products just at a first glance here. So there's nothing that really catches my eye that this is a company that I want to open an account with at first glance. So I'm going to actually pass on this one. And I would suggest that you pass on as well. But we got this other one, Better Toys here. Let's see if this is one we can add to our list of suppliers. So we got Better Toys. Boom, great sign. We got Jurassic World. First thing I see, Jurassic Crushes on Amazon. They got LOL, SpongeBob SquarePants. They got some Trolls products. They got, looks like they have licensing for a lot of different SKUs here. All right. And they sell to a lot of the big retailers as well. So this is a company now, just at a first glance, this is going to be a challenging company to close, but you still want to document their information and reach out to them 100%. So what I would do is I'd go back here, I'd add this information to my Excel file, and then boom, we got all that information compiled. And now you have this neat little Excel file with all the information that you need to kind of reach out and follow up with them the next day, right? Very simple. Very simple. Yeah, very simple. So initially, I'm not looking at reviews. Initially, I just want to see if they'll open an account with me, right? Because the goal is get the wholesale catalog. So initially, I'm not going to spend an extra 5-10 minutes searching Dun & Bradstreet and all, because I don't even know if they're going to respond to me, right? So first, I want to put together this Excel file that we just showed you, right? Compile it all together, get all the information, the phone numbers, the emails, the contacts, the website, and then I want to start sending emails. And then if they respond, right, and they're like, hey, yeah, here's an account application, then I want to spend the time researching them, because time is their most valuable resource, everybody. And that was a great question, Michael. So yes, you do want to look at your reviews, but initial on this search, your goal is to just build out a massive list of suppliers. Right? Don't waste time looking at reviews yet. When you go and they either send you a catalog or don't, then you could dive a little deeper into it. Right? And another important part of having a solid community behind you is you get a lot of resources of people to ask and be like, hey, I'm about to open an account with so-and-so. Is this a good account? All right. So I'm going to stop the screen share. We'll keep diving into it. Right? So we found some suppliers together, and then just to recap, we organized all that information. And then once you start contacting them in a couple days or tomorrow, you're going to highlight them, right? Color coordinate this thing. The ones in green are ones that I already, yeah, Carla, absolutely you can. The ones in green are ones that we already contacted and they sent us a wholesale catalog. So that's a go for us, right? You took that list you just compiled. The next day you contacted them. The following day you updated it in colors. The one in red told us, nope, we're not open to selling to Amazon sellers, right? But just because it's red doesn't mean you don't follow up with them in 30 or 60 days. They just said no right now. And yes, absolutely, we're selling trending products, right? Trending products. And then the one in yellow, maybe you're waiting for a catalog. So they're not green because they didn't give you the catalog yet. They're not red because they didn't say no. They maybe just haven't responded to an email, or they're waiting for an account application to be submitted and they're waiting for additional information. So you got red, green, and yellow. Stoplight, so you know which ones you need to follow up with. Step 2, product research. Product research is an integral part of the process because we just showed you how to open up all these supplier accounts. And now you're like, what? How am I going to find the products? Now I need to research these products and make sure that the money I'm spending them is actually going to make me money. Is it going to be profitable for me? So we're going to show you that step by step as well. And we're going to give you top 3 categories to kind of sell in, and they're kind of pinted out here. So remember that list I showed you earlier. If you look at it closely, you'll see the top 3 categories right in this list right here. Right in this list. And Michael said, I have a few product lists, but it's so difficult searching compared to OA. I've tried TA and don't seem to find much. Right, and we're going to cover that. I'm literally going to find some products with you right here on this live call. So please stick around, Michael, Malik, and Trung, and everybody else, because we're going to go through some products right now. And the trending products, typically we like to stick to brand name, big products with low BSRs. And we'll cover BSRs in a few minutes. Bestsellers rank, which is Amazon's lingo. But top 3 categories, they're right on this piece of paper here. You'll see them. And it's for us, grocery and gourmet food, health and household, and beauty and personal care. Those are the top 3 categories. That's where you get a lot of brand name products that sell really, really well. And now I want to ask everybody one question, and please put it in the chat. I'll give you about 30 seconds to answer. But what do all these products have in common? Red Bull, Pampers, Nature Made Vitamins, Axe deodorant, Essie nail polish, olive oil, Campbell's soup, Tide deodorant or Tide detergent, lipstick. Please put in the chat, what do all of these brands have in common? What do all of these products on this page have in common? Do you see any familiarities with them here? All right. Because I got an answer for you, but I want to hear what everybody else has to say. And if you don't got an answer, that's okay. All right, we'll keep it moving. So the one thing they have in common is they're all replenishable products. Yeah, absolutely. Mahal said it. You use them daily. You'll buy them again, 100%. So you guys are nailing this. You're getting the hang of it. They're all brand names, and they're all products, consumables, products that people consume week after week, month after month. Like me, I'm a huge Crest toothpaste user. I've been using Crest toothpaste, the whitening one, for probably, 7-8 years? I don't need to see an advertisement to buy Crest toothpaste. Literally every probably 45 to 60 days, I go on Amazon and I buy a 1-pack or a 2-pack of Crest toothpaste. It's at my house the next day, and I always buy Crest toothpaste. It's that simple, right? So replenishable products, you don't have to reinvent the wheel here. By focusing on these familiar and loved products, you're not only simplifying your business model, but you're also capitalizing on the loyalty that customers have for these items. You don't need to convince them to buy them. They already understand their value. Your role is to ensure a reliable supply and competitive pricing. And that's what we're teaching you here on this webinar. This approach creates a win-win scenario. Customers get what they want, and you get to build the successful business you've been dreaming of. There's no need, I need to reinforce this, there's no need to reinvent the wheel in this process. Absolutely no need. No need. Yeah, Trung as well. He's been using Crest toothpaste since he's a child. Me too. I don't need to see an ad for Crest. Right, so let's do some product research together. So we got 2 products here. These are the ones we're going to research. Gloria or Anna, can you please make my screen a little smaller? There we go. Thank you so much. So we got 2 products we're going to research here. Give me 1 second. Let me pull up the document. I think I exited it, which is probably not good. Who's enjoying themselves right now? Let me know if you're learning something from this chat. I want to know if you're learning something. That's the name of the game for us. right? We want to make sure that we are educating you. That is what we've been doing for years. That is what we're going to continue to do, because nothing makes me more excited than when I get to see people start from nothing and build something, or start from something small and build something big. It's truly exciting for me. It's revolutionized my entire life. So I'm super excited you all showed up for this. Right. So the first product we got here, and let me share my screen real quick. Let me exit some of these tabs. All right. So let's see this. So we got the Earth Science. So we're going to imagine that, okay, a supplier opened an account with you and they sent you a wholesale catalog. Now, these are just two products because this is an example, right? But these are two products that I found literally this morning when I was putting this presentation together in a wholesale catalog that we just got a couple days ago. So these are two products that some of you may be able to find in the next couple days once you repeat these process. And we got Earth Science deodorant at $3.50 a unit, and we got Rubbermaid easy fine lid containers 14 cup at $2.80 a unit. So let's go to Amazon.com, and I'm going to share my screen here. Give me 1 second. All right, and we're going to get these products rocking here. All right, so let's do share screen. All right, so we got this product. So first, step one in the product research process is you're going to want to do a UPC search. A UPC is a universal product code. It's on every single product that exists, right? Here's a UPC, for example. It's on every single product. Here's another product. Here's a UPC, right? I literally got all these products here. Here's another product. Here's a UPC. Every single product in the world has a universal product code. And if you live overseas, it may be an EIN, which is a European article number. So they're typically 12 digits long. Sometimes they're 13. Sometimes they're even 8. But most of them that you see will be, especially if you're in the United States, most of them will be 12 digits. If you're over in Europe, a lot of them will be 13. But so we got this first UPC for this Earth Science. So the first step is always do a UPC search, because you're looking for any product that's connected to this UPC. So we're going to do a quick little UPC search. All right, and we're going to pop open some of these listings here. All right, so let's see what we got. We got this product, we got this product, we got this product, and we got this product. So we're going to pop all these open, and first thing we want to do is check the estimated sales velocity on this product. So it is let me click this real quick. This is the AMZ Scout calculator. So this is a tool that AMZ Scout provides. It's amazing. We've been using it for many years. It sits up here as a Chrome extension in the top right, and you simply click it, and it lets you know what the estimated monthly sales of this product are, as well as the profitability. So right now, you remember what we were paying for this product? We were paying $3.50. So we're going to do product costs, $3.50. All right. And this product, you're left with $2.56 in profit. Right. And it's selling about 165 units a month. Right. But something I want to point out here is when I copy this ASIN, give me 1 second. I'm doing this live here, so work with me. When I copy this ASIN, and something we can do is run the AMZ Scout Product Research Finder, and we want to see if this ASIN is a variation, right? A variation means there's multiple listings on this page, right? So we're going to search this ASIN here. I don't know why it's not. Give me 1 second here. All right, there we go. So first thing we want to check is this listing a variation, right? So we got this ACE in here and we got all this information. It tells you the rank of this product, which is 1 million, which is way too high. So we are not even going to consider looking at this product anymore. It's ranked over 1 million, meaning it's essentially not selling much inventory at all, or not selling any inventory at all. So we're actually going to move on from this product and not even consider looking at it anymore because its rank is too high. It means it's not selling one bit. Right, and then we got this other product over here. We're going to pop open this Chrome extension here, and we're going to see what the estimated sales are. It's not providing any information. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy the ASIN, and we're going to use this AMC Scout product finder, and we're going to search this product here. And here it is. It's ranked 199,000. It has 0 variations. And we are left with a profit of, let's run the calculator. We're paying $350 for it. So the product cost is $350. And we're left with a profit of $225, right? So this is a potential product as well. And then we got this third product. It's a 5-pack. This was the one we were looking at before that's ranked super high. So we're not even going to look at that. So now we got 2 potential products to buy. We got 2 1-packs that we're potentially going to buy. And now those are all the listings that populated connected to the UPC. So now what we want to do is a title search, right? We want to do a potential title search and see if there's any other products that we will be able to purchase that are connected or maybe not connected to the UPC, but are the correct products. So let's do a quick title search here. Let's do directly from the catalog. We'll do Earth Science Herbal Scent Deodorant. So let's do this search. And we're going to look for alternative pack sizes that may exist. So we got these 2 ASINs that we're potentially going to buy, but we're looking for more products, right? Because I always want to purchase more products than just one ASIN. You want to purchase multiple products at a time. So here we got a pack of 4. So we're going to open this up. Here it looks like we got a pack of 2. So we're going to open this up. And this is the product this is the product that we looked at before because it's selling at $987. That's the one we just researched. And someone asked in the chat, what's a good margin? So typically we buy for our business, we like to see, around $3 in profit per ASIN. $3 in profit per ASIN. That's the name of the game for us, is about $3 in profit. Now, you could go higher, you can go lower. It really depends on your cash flow. If you're just getting started, I think $3 is a reasonable number to start with. And the goal is you want to always add as many products as possible to your order. So we got this Earth Science. We just popped open 2 listings, right? So the first thing we're going to do is run this calculator, and we're going to see, remember, what were we paying for? $350. So $350, it's a 4-pack. So $350 times 4. Anybody do the math there in the chat? $350 times 4, 3 times 4 would be $12. 50 cents times 4 is $2. So $14. So when we plug in the cost here of $14, this AMZ Scout calculator tells us we're making $6.62 on this product, right? $6.62. That meets my margin requirements. This is an amazing product that I potentially may want to purchase. But first, you got to do a little more research. You got to see, is it a variation listing? And if it's a variation listing, you'll see this on the Amazon site. You'll see this. There'll be multiple offers on one listing. So you have to figure out, okay, there's multiple offers for this product on one listing. I saw that it's profitable. We just ran the numbers here. AMZ Scout's telling me it's selling about 166 units a month, 166 units a month. So now I got to figure out what amount of units is this specific variation selling, right? And there's a simple way to do that on this calculator or on this AMZ Scout drop down. We'll do a search of this ASIN and we'll see what populates here. So give it a second and we'll start eliminating all those other products. And it's AMZ Scout telling us this is a hot product. And you'll see over here, it's got 3 variations. All right. Its rank is about 80,000. Typically, we like to shop for products that are 200,000 or less. And yeah, we can take that into account. We'll do that on this example. That's a great point. We'll do that on this example. So there's a lot of softwares out there, but in this webinar, we're covering AMZ Scout. You know, it's a great software to help you grow, and we're covering on this specific webinar AMZ Scout, right? So it's got 3 variations. So let's learn a little bit about those variations. We said it was selling about 165 units a month. So when we click the product variations, we should be able to see actually estimated sales for each variation on this listing. So let's see if it populates here. And here we go. So it gives you the ratings for that specific variation. It gives you the review count for that specific variation. It gives you the estimated monthly revenue for that specific variation. And then here it gives you the estimated sales of that specific variation. So here, the pack of 4, out of those 165 total orders in monthly sales for the entire variation on this listing, this specific 4-pack is selling about 60 units a month. No, 100% by variation products. We're researching one right now. This is a great one. It's making $6.62. It's selling about 60 units a month, right? And now the last thing we need to do is take a look at the competitive sellers and figure out where that listing goes. It's right here. Now we're going to take a look at how many sellers are on there and figure out how many we want to buy, right? So over here, we want to look at competitive sellers, right? Competitive sellers. So this information is also provided in AMZ Scout, but sometimes I like to pop it open on the side and visually look at competitive sellers. So this guy's got 31 in stock. This guy's competitive. He's within 5% or a couple percent of the buy box price, which the buy box price is the first seller who has it, $30.95 or $30.05. So this one's at $29.99. This one's at $30.05. This one's at $30.05. This one's at $30.05. And then this seller's not competitive. He's at $39.99. He's at $34. This guy's at $47. Those aren't even competitive sellers. I'm not even including them in my calculation. So just based on this, I see 1 competitive seller because this guy has 31 in stock. I see 2 competitive sellers because this guy has 12 in stock. Although this person is competitively priced, I wouldn't consider them a competitive seller because they only have 1 unit left. They're going to sell out in probably a couple hours, if not by the end of the day. So that's still 2 competitive sellers. This one has 3 units left. I'm not going to consider them a competitive seller. And this one has 4 units left. So I'm even not going to consider them a competitive seller because by the time a day or 2 goes by, those 3 sellers will sell out their inventory. So essentially on this listing, there's 2 competitive sellers plus me, right? So let's bust out a little calculator. And we're going to do, let me bring it over to the screen so y'all can see it. So now we're going to take that 60 units a month, right? We're going to take that 60 units a month, 60, and we're going to divide it by 3. So for this specific listing, I would buy about 24 packs, right? So 20 times 4, and you want to make sure it's divisible by 12 because these come in cases of 12, which it's 80 is not going to be divisible by 4. So I'd probably round up to 24 12 packs, right? Because whenever you're buying inventory, it's typically shipped in cases. Give me one of those boxes. No, one of those, this box right here. This box. Yeah. So typically when you get products shipped to you, they're going to come in cases like this. And they'll typically be cases of 6, cases of 12. Now, I just historically know from experience that this product is shipped in cases of 12. So when you order it, you're going to want to order in numbers that are divisible by 12, right? So for this one, we'd get, instead of 20, we'd get 24 4-packs. So for this one, we would buy 24 times 4. We would get 96 individual units for this, times 350 in cost is about, this order for this specific 4-pack would cost us about $344. And now someone brought up before, you're going to calculate shipping in this. Absolutely, you can calculate shipping, and we could run one with some quick shipping. So let's just say your prep fee is $1 and your ship to Amazon cost is $1. You add that cost right here, $2, $1 plus $1, and you're still making $4.62 on this product. That's pretty exciting if you ask me. I'm not complaining about $4.62, right? Because now you're going to take that $4.62, and we'll just do some math here to kind of see the profitability. right? But we're going to take that 462, multiply it by the 24 orders we're getting, and so we're going to profit about $110 on this 4-pack. And we spent about $336 to purchase it. So this product has about a 33% ROI. I'll take that all day, because this is just one of many products that you're going to be purchasing. Just one of many, right? Because right here on the same variation, you could see there's a 2-pack on the same variation. There's literally a 2-pack right here. Right, so we're going to pop open this 2-pack, and now we're going to analyze this one the same way we analyzed the 4-pack, right? So cost of goods, once again, get the calculator out. What was the cost of goods? $350. So the total item cost is $7 for this product. For the 2-pack, we're left with $7.54. To Nick's point before, we'll even add the cost of shipping in there, $2. And on this listing, we're making $5.54. I'm excited about that. Now we're not only buying the 24 4-packs for the product we just researched, but also we're going to buy potentially on this 2-pack as well. Right? So yeah, absolutely. Who said that? Yeah, so far we're buying the 4-pack. We're probably about to buy the 2-pack. And based on buying the 4-pack and the 2-pack, I'm probably going to get a few units for the 1-pack and the other 1-pack that we researched before. Because although their margins, their profits were like $2 to $250, we're already buying the inventory. So I want to kind of capitalize on as much inventory as possible to kind of collect the opportunities. So I'm going to get the 4-pack, I'm going to get the 2-pack, and I'm probably going to get those 2 single packs as well. So let's figure out now how much inventory we're going to buy for this 2-pack. So we'll bust open the AMZ Scout and we'll check out the variation again. We could have checked it before, but I missed the 2-pack before. So now we're going to do a quick little search here. It's going to eliminate all the options. We're going to kind of break it down. You with me? Yeah, we're in the U.S. market right now. We're in the U.S. market. But this process is the same no matter what market you're in. And this is the same listing. So it's 80,000 in rank. Price is $21.69. Once again, you got this calculator here, so we could run those numbers real quick again. It was $7 unit cost, $2 shipping. Right, and we're left with $5.54. That's after prep fees. So after prep fees, after ship fees, you're still making $5 on this product. Now we just want to pop open the variation checker and kind of see how many units is this 2-pack moving. The 4-pack was selling about 60 units a month out of the 165. So now we're going to check to see how many the 2-pack's selling. And the 2-pack's estimated sales is about 70 units a month. Right? So now let's get the 2-pack as well. We just found the 4-pack. Let's get the 2-pack. So let's pop open the 2-pack. Let's do the same thing. We'll check the competitive sellers real quick, see what's going on there. Now, AMZ Scout, they offer that option where you can actually see those competitive sellers. But I don't know if we could see pricing of those competitive sellers. I'm sure we could if we click into them. But it's right there on the Amazon page as well. So you can see number of reviews. And you can see number of sellers, 2 sellers, right? And typically 2 sellers would be a red flag, but you can check the offer count and see if there's been more than 2 sellers. And we just looked at the 4-pack, and on the 4-pack, there was 8 sellers. So that's a good indication that this product, you won't get any complaints from Amazon because there's 8 sellers on the other listing, and the 1-pack had 5 sellers, and this listing has 2 sellers, right? So based on this, we'll pop open the ASIN. And we'll see, where did it go here? Let's pop this open in a new tab. I'm a pop open in a new tab type of guy. And now we're going to look at these 2 sellers. Don't forget this listing selling about 70 units a month. And so we got this guy at $21.69. So he's really only the competitive seller. And also I'd like to point this out that he's not only on the listing in the buy box, but he is a FBM seller because here it says shipped from iBuyDirect, sold by iBuyDirect. And he's only got 12 units in stock. So once again, if we bust open that calculator, let's just consider 2 competitive sellers. We'll divide this by 2. You're left with 35 2-packs that you could purchase. And just based on experience, I'd probably go a little more aggressive on here, only because this seller's only got about 12 units left. So I personally, and 35 is times 2 is going to be 70, which is not divisible by 12. So I would probably get, I'd say probably 42 ASINs of this, 42 2-packs. So 42 times 2 would be 84 units. It's divisible by 12, right? So on the other listing, we're getting 96 units. On this listing, we're getting 84 units. And then the 1-packs we looked at before, I'm not going to go through the whole product research process, but we would probably get, 12 to 18 units each for that as well. So now we're buying under one UPC that we just looked at. We're buying 4 different products under that one UPC, and we're going to potentially purchase, I'd say probably, let's say another 60 between the 2 1-packs, so about 240 units, right? With an average profit of, $4 to $5 per sale, which is pretty impressive. And then divided by 12. So this product, you're going to get about 12 cases or 20 cases of. 20 cases of one product. And would that take us? A few minutes? For product BSR, we typically like to do 200,000 or less. And the reason why, Janine, 2 sellers or less would be a red flag if it was only historically 2 sellers or less. The reason why that would be a red flag for us is because it could be the brand on the listing managing it, or they could have one exclusive seller on the listing, and it could be complicated. You can get intellectual property complaints. So typically what you're looking out for sellers that have or listings that have multiple offers. Typically 3 or more is really the sweet spot. 3 or more. All right. So that's really the fundamentals of product research. We literally just took one UPC in a catalog, and we found 4 different ASINs using AMZ Scout as a software to analyze the profitability, look at the variations on the listing, and check the competition and the pricing and the BSR, and make those educated buying decisions to crush, right? So you guys get the point here. I'm not even going to do the Rubbermaid. I think, that kind of gives the fundamentals of how to do product research. And once again, this is just for the basic infrastructure, right? Like I said, you're not going to build $1 million business from this webinar, but the goal is to give you the guidelines and the infrastructure to be capable of doing it after this webinar. So let's go back to this webinar here and keep it moving. We literally just took one product right here, this product on the left, the Earth Science, and we found 4 different listings that we could buy it under, right? And I'd imagine this Rubbermaid on the right, we'd probably find another 2 to 4 listings that we could sell it under. So you figure 4 listings, we're getting about ASIN-wise, maybe 80 units times 5. That's about $400 in profit off the Earth Science. And then the Rubbermaid, if we did that research as well, you'd figure we'd make another $300 to $400 off that product. All right. So pretty cool. And then negotiating discounts, right? Because we didn't even negotiate discounts on that product. It was $350 in the catalog and $280 in the catalog, $3.50 a unit. We didn't even request a discount from the vendor. Imagine we got it for $3 a unit from the vendor. And now we're making an additional $1 in profit on the 2-pack and an additional $2 in profit on the 4-pack. That's a game changer. It's absolutely game changer. Now your profit goes from $5 to $9, right? Or $5 to $7 on the 4-pack and $5 to $6 on the 2-pack. It's an absolute game changer. Does your supplier package into 1, 2, 4-packs, or does that happen in your warehouse or prep center? It can happen in all those places, Justin. You can find a supplier that will offer those prep services for an additional fee, or you could send it to a prep center to do that, or you could ship it to your house to prep that product, or you could send it to, Amazon doesn't offer bundling, so you could not send that to Amazon without it being prepped first. All right, everybody with me still? All right, and once again, negotiating discounts is the cornerstone of really growing business. And here's 10 supplier discounts that we recommend requesting. So they got show deals and weekly promotional sheets, monthly promotional sheets, shipper deals, tier discounts, line drives, take all discounts, volume discounts, free freight allowance savings, pre-orders and special orders, relationship discounts. Like, these are all discounts. that you can be requesting to get lower cost of goods. And now we're going to give you some evidence-based success and try to really conquer those external beliefs and take action. Because I know a lot of you are still thinking like, well, Eric, you did this, but I don't think I could. Or, oh, is Amazon too saturated? Or I don't have enough money. You know, you're thinking all these things, but I'm telling you, we're going to break those barriers down for you right now. And so there's 4 types of headaches that I'm aware of. There's migraines, hypertension, stress headache, and then there's Amazon making changes headache. And that's the worst type of headache you can have because it's all over it. It just radiates down to your body and you feel it, and the stress is real. And Amazon is a rapidly growing marketplace, and you have to stay up to date so you don't get these headaches. And we've optimized a lot of areas in our business, which allows us to make sure we can pivot when Amazon changes. And one of the most valuable parts of our private community are our weekly coaching calls. You know, we meet every Monday night for 2 to 3 hours, and we spend the time really helping guide you and teach you the way, right? So framework number 3 is how to really conquer these external beliefs. Because I know a lot of you, an hour ago, you're like, Eric, just tell me what you want to tell me. I'm ready to get to the end. I'm ready to give you my credit card and put this information in because it's time for me to get started here, right? But other of you are like, you know what? I just don't think I'm capable of doing this. I really don't. You know, you have that self-doubt. You think the market's too saturated. You think that you're going to have problem getting ungated. You think that maybe because you're a solo seller, you're not going to be able to do this, and that you need a partner. And I'm going to break all those down for you right now so you don't have those issues anymore. So first, we're going to dive into market saturation. I've been getting asked this question for 10 years is, hey, Eric, is Amazon too saturated for new sellers? And do you think that Amazon will be around in 5 years? And I've been telling people the same thing for 10 years, year after year after year. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And the people who listened to me and started 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, they now have multi-million-dollar businesses, right? And that could be you in 2 or 3 years if you start. But if you don't start, you're going to be stuck in the same exact place. So Amazon web traffic, 2.4 billion visitors in March of 2023. That's massive. That is a lot of visitors. And all this information is provided by this lovely software we just use in our product research, AMZ Scout. And there's over 310 million active Amazon users. That's a lot of people. I'm an active Amazon user. I'm sure a lot of you are active Amazon users. And then Prime users. Number of Prime users in the United States, 163 million Prime users in the United States. That is massive. That is a lot of people. Number of products on Amazon, over 600 million products. 12 million of these products are sold by Amazon themselves. That leaves a lot of extra products, right, that are listed on this marketplace. A lot of extra opportunity. And there are currently more than 2 million active sellers on Amazon globally. So for all of you overseas, you're part of those. If you have an Amazon account, you're part of those 2 million active sellers globally. And if you're in the US, you're part of the 1.1 million sellers in the United States, right? So let me break this down for you as far as how big Amazon actually is. So every single second, Amazon makes $14,900, right? Every single minute, Amazon makes $894,000 a minute. And every single hour, Amazon brings in $53 million, right? So my company does $65 million a year. Amazon as a whole does $53 million an hour. An hour. That is crazy. In 2013, the website went down for 40 minutes. And despite being such a short duration, it lost almost $5 million worth of sales in those 40 minutes. That's crazy. That's crazy. And here's the most exciting part, right? This is really the most exciting part for all of you because most people don't know this piece of data. 59% in Q4 of 2022. 59% of the products that are sold on Amazon from this research AMZ Scout did, 59% are sold by people just like you and me. Just like you and me, operating their business out of their homes, out of storage units, garages, out of warehouses, big and small, all sizes. They have built a business and they sell products. They're part of that 59%. You're part of that 59%. And if you're not part of that 59%, I want to help you become a part of that 59%, right? So do you think Amazon is going to continue to scale? It's a very simple question, because if you believe Amazon is going to continue to scale and you can take the things that I've guided you on today and build this thing, then you're possible of scaling it yourself. Without a doubt in my mind. It's available to you in the same way it's available to you or to me. Right now, ungating. This is another common concern of people. Products ungated. If you're gated in a product, that means Amazon doesn't require any specific information to get to sell that product. They don't request any invoices, no letters of authorization, nothing. You're just allowed to sell that product. Gated means that product does require certain permission, but the cool thing about wholesale is it's very simple to get that permission to get ungated in most categories and brands. And fun little fact, that's actually me, that little baby right there. My parents decided to put me on a toy when I was a kid, and that's the toy I was on. So that's cool. But it's very simple to get ungated, right? First you need to have a professional selling plan, which in the United States is $39.99 for a monthly fee for this plan, right? And then you log into your seller account, and under the inventory menu, you select add a product, right? Like, let's say those products we were just going to buy, you do this process for one of those ASINs, you'd add the product and then perform a search for that product. And then once you found the product you want to sell, you simply click the listing limitations, and Amazon will tell you in the link that they provide, they will give you if it requires approval. And if it requires approval, then you follow the on-screen instructions and complete the application, submitting an invoice, typically with 10 units or more, to get approval for that product. And it's really that simple. It's that simple. And I wanted to provide you some additional resources here. So these are 5 companies that I know have very low MOQs. These are in the United States. These companies have very low MOQs, minimum order quantities, and their invoices work for approval and ungating. All right. It works. Frontier Co-op, Schaefer, Price Master, Winers, and EE Distribution. So a few different companies with some different categories in there that all y'all can use. So then Team Dynamics. Right now, as a new business owner, you're going to be wearing a lot of the same hats. Can you do this alone? Perhaps. Can you do it with another person? Absolutely, perhaps. I think the best way to answer this is show you the results of people who are actually doing this already, right? Some alone, some together. But the name of the game is, in the beginning, you are the team. In the beginning, you don't have the finances to hire a buyer, to hire a packer, so you're doing all the work. You're wearing all the hats like this lady's wearing in this previous picture here. So the way you do anything is the way you do everything. I can't stress that enough. The attention to detail, dedication, and consistency we apply to every step of our journey, from product research to full business optimization. It reflects our commitment to the excellence that we provide. If we cut corners or settle for mediocrity in one aspect of our business, we're going to sacrifice and repeat that pattern in other aspects of our business. It's going to impact our entire operation. Right? So if you want a multi-million-dollar business, then act like you already have it. I don't care if you're the CEO, buyer, packer, shipper. Treat your business like it's a multi-million-dollar operation, because the way you do anything is the way you do everything. All right? And the 3 secrets. This is just a recap. The 3 secrets to summarize what we covered today. I've shown you all how to leverage our wholesale model and transform a small-scale venture into a multi-million-dollar Amazon business. And then I showed you how to replicate our exact methods that we use in our business, the fundamentals of them, so you can do this in your business as well. And then I showed you how to conquer external beliefs and take action. Market saturation, ungating, team dynamics, everything, the whole 9, right? So here's some of the value that AMZ Scout provides with their services. We covered some of those softwares inside of our product research that we did, but they have the Pro extension. That's the software that we use to run the calculations. It's pretty amazing. And here, see, you're familiar with this view because we just showed you. You get an inside look at trends and sales volume and quality and competition and what niches to dive into. It's phenomenal. And then they provide quickly check the niche score. So they tell you for resellers or private label what the potential score of that product is, right? So you know if it's a decent product to sell or not. And then they estimate your FBA costs for a better view of your net profit and get an overview of your product history before you take it any further. Like, why make a decision if the data doesn't check out? And they have a lot more helpful features like monthly sales estimate and a profit calculator, BSR history, and main product keywords. And then you can, if you're interested in, once you scale out your wholesale business, you want to get into private label, you can do that too, because AMZ Scout offers supplier connections through Alibaba. So if you want to scale out your private label business, once you're very successful in wholesale and you built that multi-million-dollar wholesale business, you can do that too. It's available here. And then they have potential product opportunities in the Pro extension as well. There's so many resources here. And Michael just said in the chat, great software. It's a phenomenal software. It helps with all business models. And they got new products and trending products you can explore. So you can kind of get ideas, right? And then you can monitor product sales daily and tracking performance. So let's say you're looking at a product and you want to see how it's moving. You can actually track that product. And you get thousands of relevant keywords if private label is the move you make once you get successful in wholesale space. I always suggest mastering one thing before you go into something else, right? And then you can analyze your competitive keywords as well. And here's some the same way eSellers Eye and Amazon Lit has tons of reviews. AMZ Scout also has tons of reviews. And this person on the right said, must have for Amazon product research. Doesn't matter if you're launching or sourcing your own products, private label, or going to the retail arbitrage route. The extension provides crucial data you will need along the way. It's manageable expense and is accurate for anything you need. And then we got other people. We've been using AMZ Scout to research product ideas and estimate sales. Great tool so far. So people are recommending AMZ Scout. It's been a pleasure, my friends. Thank you.